All right, hello everyone. I feel that we collectively, as a Dallas Cowboy fan base, have not remotely gotten over Sunday night. I can't take the images out of my mind, actually, and it's scary because, you know, if we can't get it out of our minds, I know the players are probably, you know, struggling with it themselves, and we've got a game coming up, you know. So a game against a team that we should beat, but they've been playing competitive ball all season long. So somehow we as the fans got to shake it off. The team's got to shake it off and move on. But so that's the main reason why I want to make this video, so we can talk it out. First thing that the first and major thing I'm just upset about is Tony Romo. He is completely shell-shocked right now. He won't go down the field. He won't make any mistakes. And I completely understand why. Because when Tony Romo does something bad, the world crashes down on him. And when he does something good, the world makes him out as the next great one. So he gets too much credit and too much blame. Always. Always have. So right now, he's playing to where he doesn't want to make that mistake and be the one that gets blamed again. He's tired of that. He's like, I got a kid now. I want to make sure my kid, I'm done with all this stuff, man. I give my all of this team, and then every time I do something wrong trying to make this team win, they come down on me, and then all the jokes on TV and all kind of stuff. It has to mentally affect the guy. And I don't know how to fix that. I know how to blame somebody for that, and I will blame Mr. Jerry Jones for that. And the reason why I blame, because when Tony Romo got hurt last year and was out for the season, very devastating injury, he promised us, he said, we're going to do everything we can do to keep Tony Romo safe, or to protect Tony Romo. That was the biggest lie I've ever seen in my life. That was a huge lie. It makes my stomach hurt that it was such a lie. He's done nothing to protect Tony Romo. He's done absolutely nothing. He hasn't built a running game to protect your quarterback. He hadn't got a top offensive line that are ready to play right now to protect Tony Romo. You might want to say Tyron Smith, but not Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is for the next quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, not for this one. Because he's going through growing pains like this and free. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the line right now. But the line is not better. Tony Romo goes back from the line, and he does not trust that those guys in front of him are going to block for him. He's not going to trust that Dez Bryant is going to be in the right place. He don't trust that the coach who put him in bad situations and week after week, and then he takes all the blame. He doesn't trust that coach is going to tell him the right thing to do. So he's having serious trust issues with everything, on top of his own issues that he already has, that we already know Tony Romo has. Now he's got to deal with all these insecurities around him. So he's going to play very conservatively. Thus we're not scoring much. If we're going to score, Tony Romo has to be the guy that throws the ball down the field. And we're just going to have to live with it. Personally, I don't think that's going to get you anywhere, throwing the ball all over the place. But it's our only option. We've built this team to where we can do one thing: throw the ball down the field. We've got a running game, yes, but our running game is built upon that passing game. Our running game is built upon draws and counters and all kind of other stuff. Our running game is not built on putting the guys in front of the defense and blowing them off the ball and running through them. That's not how we do it. So that's the state we're in right now. And I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get out of it, because we've got a lot of talent, but we are weak in the places that all of us knew we were weak at the beginning of the season. All of us knew we were weak at offensive line. All of us knew we were weak against the run, and all of us knew our secondary was horrible. We knew those three things. And those three things are coming back up. We out-schemed people a lot at the beginning of the year, but now they got tape. They know what we're going to do. They already had tape on offense, so that's why the offense hadn't done that great all year long. But on the defense, now they got tape. They know what we're going to do. They kind of know where the blitzes might come from. You know what I'm saying? So the out-scheming aspect of those games that we're going is done. Now it's man versus man. And where we're weak in those areas, it's going to show from here on out. And that's offensive line, defensive line, secondary. Shady just ripped us. And he's the first real good running back we've faced so far. And he just ripped us. And if you talk about defensive line, Philadelphia is trying to mimic what is going on in New York, where you got beast up front. If you think we can't control those guys, just think about Free and Tyron trying to hold OC and Tuck and Pierre-Paul and all them boys. So we've got a tall order. We've got a tall order. Some people hope we make the playoffs. Some people like, I don't know what's going to happen, you know. But all I can say is that this year we look very average. Sometimes we look very good. Sometimes we look really bad. So we end up really average. We can beat the worst teams, but the better teams, we'll play with them sometimes, but we'll lose. And I put a stat. I'm going to let it go because this is a long video. It's already 6 minutes. But I put a stat on my last video about the Dallas Cowboys record in the last 236 games. They're 118 and 118.